It's very unfair. You spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a house.
I'm 12.
You shouldn't have to worry about this stuff.
This is not the American dream I thought of. This is an American nightmare.
Who thinks a brand new house has mold?
Hillary has waited 2 long years just for the chance to go to school here. Seven Lakes Junior High in Katy. Her mom spent nearly $600,000 to make it happen.
I had a lot of things planned. I wanted to have sleepovers with my friends and have birthday parties here.
And she was hoping her 90-year-old grandfather back in Nigeria could come over for a visit. But in nearly 3 years, none of that has happened because this house, it's sick, even dangerous. Is that house inhabitable?
No.
We want to have a house to enjoy, but we can't. I wouldn't want anyone or me to die.
I'm only going in for a few seconds, okay? We are walking into some of the rooms mold experts say are most affected, like the office. Investigators have confirmed mold in the lights and the ceilings. And then we walk upstairs to Hillary's bedroom. How long has it been since you've been in your room?
I haven't stepped foot in my room in about 2 years, yeah.
It's terrible. It's just terrible. For a teenage girl not to have her own bedroom.
We go into the attic.
If you look at the back of the wall of the wood over there, that's mold. Everywhere around this wood.
All that down there?
All that down there.
Oh my God, come look at this.
It's all mold.
Why'd you call us?
I called you because I saw a video that you had investigated for a similar situation.
I hated that house.
You would never go back.
No, never.
The Waddell family had already left their sick home in Fulshire when we first met them 3 years ago. They were locked in a legal battle then with their home builders. It's since been resolved.
Here's what I tell you. Number one, don't buy their product.
Lara Adewumi has something in common with the Waddells. Both are victims of mold, and both bought new homes from the same company.
We really have a vision of being that next generation of home builder.
Tri Pointe Homes. They ignored our request for an on-camera interview. This is like a nightmare.
Yeah, this is a nightmare. This is not the American dream I thought of. This is an American nightmare.
This is where that American nightmare began. The dishwasher. It was leaking almost from the beginning. Lara was shown what was growing on the bottom of the kitchen island.
It was very dark. It was very black. You know, I was in shock, but prior to that, I had been feeling very, very weak. I could feel like every time I wake up, I'll be dragging.
Later, Tri Pointe's mold remediation company, called Pinnacle, would examine the damage that needed to be fixed repeatedly. But anyone buying a home in the Houston area these days should listen closely to the conversation Lara had with the founder of the company.
We're doing this all over Houston.
All the time?
All the time. Oh, we are booked. We're doing mold on brand new houses everywhere.
Why?
Tri Pointe and Pinnacle gave Lara a certificate of mold remediation, saying the house was now free of mold. Not true. Mold inspectors have confirmed it's still not fixed. The mold is still inside Lara's home. And the asthma Hillary had as a young girl, it was coming back and getting worse.
She didn't use the inhaler for a long time. And until we moved into this house, she started using the highest dose.
From time to time, I'd have headaches. I would cough a lot, and I would have shortness of breath.
Lara has been on a mission ever since, draining her 401k on lawyers and experts, like Linda Lawver of AQ Testing Services. The homebuilders just hate her. And we've exposed the Stacked Deck Committee coming out with recommendations soon that will likely make it harder for experts to find mold. Lawver says homebuilders want to stop her from looking behind the walls for mold.
The American Industrial Hygiene Association says don't neglect the walls or air infiltration. You've got condensation, you've got mold. And they have it in so many of those houses.
And it's frustrating when you watch your child get sick all the time and you have to always go to the hospital.
The medical expenses have piled up too. Lara and her daughter sought help from Dallas Dr. Alfred Johnson, and the test results confirmed their worst fears.
I thought it was a really bad thing. When I found out that I had mycotoxins in my bloodstream.
2.5 years after moving in, Hillary and her mom now sleep in one downstairs bedroom together. It is an existence, not a life. Hillary has been robbed of part of her childhood. And mold experts say there is danger lurking in many of the rooms. Lara even avoids her kitchen.
We can't cook in the kitchen. There's mold in the kitchen. The light comes of the kitchen as I speak. There's mold.
The life that she wants to give her daughter is a lot more difficult now.
Lara has now sued Tri Pointe, and she's not alone. There are dozens of them, at least 11 specifically, talk about mold problems in Harris and Fort Bend counties. But she felt so strongly about sending a public warning now to other potential buyers of Tri Pointe Homes.
And what I would say to them is, do your due diligence, and I would not advise them to buy a Tri Pointe home.
Texas law makes it hard to sue homebuilders and win. The homebuilders dole out huge campaign contributions to make sure of that. You can't even find a database of mold complaints, while inspectors say the quality of some homebuilders just keeps going down as they rush more houses to completion.
They are throwing some stuff out there, and it's not the quality that it used to be. That's what I think.
Have you ever read the whole purchase agreement when you bought a house? I didn't. And I've had mold twice. It pissed me off. It's expensive. And Lara showed me something in her purchase agreement that everyone should know about. Go all the way down to the fine print in section 77. Who does that? At least Tri Pointe put mold and mildew in bold letters. Quoting, buyer's assumption of the risk of damages of any kind related to presence or growth of mold following substantial completion of the home. That means you have to test for mold before closing on your real estate deal, especially with a company like Tri Pointe, because after, it may be too late to get properly compensated for your injuries.
You spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a house? Who thinks a brand new house has mold?
Lara says the costs to move are staggering, and she doesn't want to move Hillary out of the haven at Seven Lakes and away from her school.
We've had clients that literally just let the house go back because they couldn't do it. Could not financially, couldn't afford to live someplace else and pay for the house.
Tri Pointe has a lot of explaining to do to a 12-year-old girl and her mom because their haven isn't safe.
I worry that I can't reach or accomplish the goals that I have set because mold in my home is breaking down my system every day and stopping me and holding me back from accomplishing those goals.